The 2024 relaunch of the X-Men titles marks a stark departure from the utopian era of Krakoa, plunging the mutant heroes into a world drastically altered by the events of Fall of X. The era of mutant sovereignty is over, and the X-Men find themselves scattered, vulnerable, and forced to redefine their purpose. The overarching theme, From the Ashes, underscores the narrative's focus on resilience and rebirth, as the X-Men grapple with the ruins of their former society. X-Men #1, helmed by Cyclops, showcases a team forced to adapt to a far less glamorous existence. They've taken up residence in an abandoned Sentinel factory in Alaska, a stark contrast to the lush landscapes of Krakoa. This relocation symbolizes the X-Men's diminished status and their determination to survive in a hostile world. The story emphasizes how the X-Men will continue to protect the world, even when the world fears and hates them. Simultaneously, Uncanny X-Men #1 follows Rogue, Gambit, and Wolverine as they try to figure out how to live in this new world. The comics focus on the emotional impact of the Fall of X and the characters' struggle to come to terms with their losses. These stories are less about world-shattering events and more about the personal struggles of individual mutants trying to find their place in a world that no longer welcomes them. The narrative shifts away from the large-scale political machinations of the Krakoa era and returns to the core values that have always defined the X-Men. It's a return to the fundamentals, protecting mutants, fostering understanding, and fighting for a future where mutants and humans can coexist. X-Men #2 throws the newly formed team directly into a chaotic situation, revealing the immediate challenges they face in a world that's turned against them. The issue opens with a distress call from San Francisco, signaling a mutant in peril. Responding swiftly, the X-Men arrive, expecting a typical rescue mission. However, they're met with the unexpected, an alien invasion fleet hovering over the city. This sudden escalation transforms their simple rescue into a full-blown battle. The narrative deftly balances the external threat of the alien invasion with the internal struggle of rescuing the distressed mutant. Cyclops' leadership is on full display as he coordinates the team's efforts, strategically dividing their forces to address multiple fronts. The action sequences are dynamic and visually compelling, showcasing the diverse powers of the X-Men and their ability to work seamlessly as a unit. We see the team members use their powers in creative ways to combat the invading force and to protect the civilians of San Francisco. However, the issue takes a surprising turn when Psylocke, utilizing her psychic abilities, uncovers the true nature of the invasion. It's not a genuine alien attack, but rather a manifestation of a mutant's overwhelming psychic power. This revelation adds a layer of complexity to the conflict, shifting the focus from external invaders to an internal, mutant-centric threat. The X-Men must now confront a powerful mutant struggling with their own abilities, highlighting the delicate balance between protecting mutants and safeguarding the world from their uncontrolled powers. The issue also provides character moments, showing the team members working together and demonstrating that they are a very effective team. The issue emphasizes that the X-Men will face threats that are both external and internal in this new era. The clash between Cyclops and the United States government in the current X-Men narrative is a complex and highly charged situation stemming from deep-seated mistrust and conflicting agendas. At the heart of the matter lies the Factory, the X-Men's newly established base of operations, and the contentious question of its rightful ownership. The U.S. government, represented by figures like Agent Lundqvist, has taken a keen and decidedly hostile interest in this facility, scrutinizing the X-Men's claims and openly challenging their authority to occupy it. This isn't a simple dispute over property. It's a manifestation of a much broader conflict concerning mutant rights and the X-Men's autonomy. The roots of this tension run deep, intertwined with recent traumatic events that have significantly shaped Cyclops' perspective. His capture and brutal torture at the hands of Orchis, a human supremacist organization, and the perceived complicity or inaction of the U.S. government during this ordeal have profoundly eroded his faith in established authority. This experience has left him deeply distrustful and fiercely protective of his people. He sees the government's challenge to their occupation of the factory as a continuation of this persecution, a further attempt to undermine mutant sovereignty. In Cyclops' mind, the acquisition of the factory is potentially a form of restitution for the injustice he suffered. Cyclops is no longer willing to compromise or negotiate when it comes to the safety and well-being of his fellow mutants. He views the factory not merely as a base, but as a sanctuary, a symbol of their resilience and independence. His determination to defend it is unwavering, fueled by a sense of responsibility and a deep-seated conviction that mutants must assert their right to exist and thrive. This confrontation is more than a power struggle. It's a battle for recognition and respect, a refusal to be marginalized or controlled. The government's actions are perceived as an act of aggression, and Cyclops is resolved to meet it with equal force, embodying the X-Men's enduring struggle for acceptance and self-determination. The conflict is set to explore the themes of government overreach, the limits of authority, and the lengths to which a leader will go to protect their people. In X-Men number 4, the Alaskan X-Men are thrust into a nightmarish scenario orchestrated by Trevor Fitzroy and his revamped upstarts. Fitzroy, in a chilling reflection of modern social media's darkest aspects, has turned mutant murder into a live-streamed spectacle. The upstarts are no longer simply killers. They are performers, their actions designed to shock and entertain a vast online audience. This twisted form of entertainment is driven by the pursuit of clicks, the digital currency of social media engagement, and the perverse thrill of witnessing violence. The X-Men, including Synch, Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Havok, find themselves battling not just physically against the upstarts, but also against the insidious influence of their online broadcast. Synch, in particular, is portrayed as struggling deeply with the psychological impact of witnessing these brutal acts being turned into a form of entertainment. The story serves as a stark commentary on the desensitization of society to violence, the ethical vacuum of online spectacle, and the dangers of allowing social media to dictate our moral compass.